Hey everyone, I hope you had a great weekend. And today is actually the first day, it's Monday, and it's the first day of our kindness week. So if you're going to play along with us, not really play along, but kind of participate, today we're either wearing red or pink to show compassion or love. Notice I have my heart too. All right. So anyway, if you want to participate, come back on Zoom when we do our read aloud and go ahead and dress whatever it says. And also, I asked your parents if they could take a picture of you or if you want to do a selfie of yourself, whichever one it is, just so we can all have some fun with it and see if I can put a collage together. Remember, I brought that up last Friday. All right. So, anyway, moving on. We always do our phonemic awareness where we're doing the different sounds in the morning. Because I know that what we've been doing has been getting kind of easy, I'm going to step it up. All right. So today it's going to be more of me teaching. Each day I'm going to teach a little less and you're going to jump in a little bit more. All right. Because what we're doing today, it's definitely very different. Parts of it are going to be similar to last week and parts of it are going to be very different. All right. So the first part is going to be kind of similar, except we're adding a word to it. So this go around, last time we always started with rhymes. This time it's not going to be two that go back and forth and we have to hear if they rhyme. This time I'm going to have three words. Two of those words will rhyme. One word is not going to rhyme. All right. So again, I'm going to do some examples. I will do more teaching. When you feel good and you feel like you can jump in with me. All right. Some of you might jump in earlier, you might jump in later, or you might just choose to listen, and all of those are fine with me. All right. But every day, I really want you to start jumping in slowly but surely. All right. So here we go. What I was saying again is that the first part, and I need to get back to where I was, I'm sorry, is three words. Two of the words are going to rhyme, one will not. So we have store, snore, spray. I'm going to say that again. Snore, store, spray. The rhyming words are store and snore. The other word does not rhyme. We have spy, scarf, sky. Again, spy, scarf, sky. So the rhyming words would be spy and sky. The next words, score, small, stall. Again, score, stall, small. The rhyming words, small, stall. You got it. Next, we have start, smart, speak. Again, start, smart, speak. The two words that rhyme. See if you can do this with me. Start, smart. You're getting this, kind of like those fun cards that we have, right? And the last, smell, skit, spell. Again, smell, skit, spell. The two words that rhyme, smell and spell. You got it. All right, so moving on. Now we're going to listen to blends, all right? So a blend would be two letters that we put together, like in the word blend, for instance. B-l come together as bl, all right? So I'm going to say two different words at a time. You're going to listen for the first two sounds, the first two letters. If they're the same, the blend is the same. And we're going to say thumbs up. If the two first letters are not the same, then we're going to do thumbs down. All right. So I'm going to do a few. When you feel ready, jump in with me. Classic, cloudy. So I said classic, cloudy, and the blend is the same. The next two, staircase, stammer. Listening for the first two, the blend. Staircase, stammer. They do have the same beginning blend. Okay, let's see if you can do this one with me. Skipping, standard. Listen carefully. Skipping, standard. Nope, they do not have the same blend. I made that one kind of obvious. And the last two, pleasure, plenty. I'm going to say it again. Pleasure, plenty. What do you think? They do have the same beginning blend. You got this. All right, so moving along, I am going to give you all the sounds in a word. You're going to push all those sounds together and tell me what the word is. All right, so listen on. When you feel ready to jump in, come jump in. Here we go. S, k, a, b. I'm going to do that again. S, k, a, b. The word is scab. I'm actually going to do this more chopping without my arm. We're going to bring in the arm later on though. All right, so here we go. S, l, a, p. The word is slap. The next is s, m, I, l. The word is smile. Maybe I gave it away. The next one, s, n, o. The word is snow. All right, we have s, p, e, k. The word is speak. And the next few, I'm going to say them 2 times, just to make it a little easier and so you can really hear those sounds. S, t, a, t. Again, s, t, a, t. The word is states. The next one is s, w, a, n. Again, s, w, a, n. The word is swan. You're getting it. Now we have s, t, a, k. Again, s, t, a, k. The word is steak. All right, 2 more. S, p, l. Again, s, p, l. The word is speller. And the last one, s, w, immer. Again, s, w, immer. And the word is swimmer. Well done. All right, so this time we're going to listen to the middle sound. I'm going to give you a little clue though. The middle sound is going to be a vowel sound. So just to review, our long vowel sounds are A, E, I, O, and U. And the short vowel sounds are A, E, I, A, and So those are the sounds we're listening for. That's a big, big clue. We've done the beginning sounds, we've done the ending sounds. Now we're listening for that middle vowel sound. All right. So you should be able to jump in pretty quickly, but kind of listen as we go. Here we go. Blade, slate, flake. Okay, we're listening for that middle sound. I'm going to say them again. Blade, slate, flake. The middle vowel sound, A. The next 2, clock, spot, smock. Again, clock, spot, smock. The middle sound, ah. I think you guys have this, so come on and jump in with me. All right. Flight, spice, climb. That one sounds a little different, but it's the same. Flight, spice, climb. What do you think that middle sound is? I. Next we have sled, step, swept. Again, sled, step, swept. That middle sound, eh. Club, snug, fluff. Again, club, snug, fluff. The sound, And we have 2 more. Snack, plan, flag. Again, snack, plan, flag. The sound, And the last, stove, globe, close. Again, stove, globe, close. The sound, Oh, you got this. All right, so moving along. We are now going to do the opposite of something we did before. And this one should be a little easier because we've done this in Dibbles. All right, when you sit with me and I have my iPad in front of me, I think you're going to do this one a lot quicker than we did the last few ideas. All right, so here we go. I'm going to give you a word. You're going to break it up into the sounds you hear, kind of the opposite of what we did earlier. So if I had the word ski, we would hear s, k, e. All right, slip, the sounds s, l, I, p. And whenever you're ready to jump in, just come on and jump in. Smash, the sounds we hear s, m, a, sh. Snail, the sounds we hear. Oh, actually, I should have done like this, huh? Snail, the sounds we hear s, n, a, l. Good. Spell, spell. Trying to get used to that. S, p, l. Nice. Stickers. S, t, I, gers. It's a longer one. Say it again. S, t, I, kers. Or you can bring in kers together. Either way. Smoky. S, m, o, key. Nice. Stapler. S, t, apler. Nice. The last one, sponge. S, p, un, j. You got it. All right. So I am going to say part of a word, and then I'm going to add a sound to it. I'm going to be adding the same sound to each word. Okay, and it might not really be a word, or might be part of a word, but it'll be a real word once I add that beginning part to it. All right, so for instance, if I had Kate and I added s to it, so I had Kate, added s, so it's state. All right, so now I'm becoming a blend. You had the first sound, we added s to it, sk, like so. Okay, actually, yeah, skate. All right, so if we had lead and I added a s, we have sled, sled. All right, again, jump in whenever you can. Mash. I'm going to add s to it to make it smash, smash. I'll do it slowly at the beginning, and then I'm going to go a little quicker where instead of adding that extra step, we're just going to bring it together. All right, lippers. I'm going to add a s in front to make it slippers, slippers. All right, so now let's take away that extra step and just bring it together. Piter. I'm going to add a s to make it spider. Team. I'm going to add a s to make it steam. Nice. And the last one, wetter. I'm going to add a s to make it sweater. You got it. Now I'm going to do the opposite of that. I'm going to have the two sounds. I'm going to take away a sound this time, and you're going to tell me what's left over. Okay. So if I had the word sky and I took away the s, I'd be left with kai. All right. So we'll just do some more. Slide. I'm going to take away the s to make it lied. Again, jump in when you can. Smoke. I'm going to take away this, and I'm left with moke. Snake. I'm taking away this, and I'm left with nake. Spine. I'm going to take away the s to be left with pine. Stamp. I'm going to take away this, and I'm left with tamp. You got it. Wish. I'm taking away this, and I'm left with wish. Let's do two more. Slope. I'm going to take away s, and I'm left with lope. And the last one, sleep. I'm going to take away the s, and I'm left with Sleep, you got it. All right, so moving along to our last little activity here. Similar to what we did before, where I am going to have a beginning, I'm going to take it out and substitute it with a new beginning. So if I had the word rice, I'm going to take away the r, put in sl to make it slice. So a little bit more challenging because I'm taking away a simple sound and I'm adding a blend to it. So again, if you're slower to come in, that's completely fine. All right. Or we might take away a blend and add a different blend to it. For instance, this word, blade. I'm going to take away a bl, put in sp to make it spade, spade. Flake. I'm going to take away fl, put in sn to make it snake. We can go a little quicker now. I have the word k, eep. I'm going to take away k, put in sw to make it sweep. We have f, eat. I'm going to take away the f, put in sw to make it sweet. All right, a few more. Ride. Take away the r, put in a sl to make it slide. We have the word blown. I'm going to take away the bl, put in a st to make it stone. Let's do two more. We have the word flew. I'm going to take away the fl, put in st to make it stew. And the last one, we have the word plain. I'm going to take away a pl, put in st to make it stain. Well done. All right, so moving along. Last week we were working on parts of speech. And we did nouns, we did pronouns, common nouns, versus proper noun. We did adjectives, we did verbs. This time, earlier I was telling you we were doing our vowel sounds. I want to focus more on long vowel sounds. Remember when we used to do those cutting and gluing? And those little activities we would do where we would have a certain sound and we would look for the words that had that same sound. This is going to be similar to that, but I'm going to give you different spellings of the sound this time. And you're going to have a specific activity that you're going to go with it. That's going to go with it. And actually, let me make sure I have that activity handy because I have my activity. And I think I need to go ahead and look for your activity. I had it. And, well, oh, no, here it is. Okay. Right in front of me where it's supposed to be. Hello. All right. So here's some of the sounds. Well, they're all A, but these are the different spellings. So you might have, remember how we have the mighty E? So if we put a sound in front of that, the A with the mighty E at the end would make the A say its own name. So we're going to come up with a few examples of that. So I'm going to bring my phone over here. You know, this is not my expertise, and I just realized I put my hand right in the middle of the camera. That was a cute shot. So I'm going to go ahead and have G. I have the A. I'm going to put the my mighty E to make it game. Hopefully you can see this okay. Again, my camera work is not the best when it comes to this. All right, another word. We have, let's see, sn. I have an A. I'm going to add a k and then have that E at the end to make it snake. Again, that mighty E tells the A to say its own name. All right, another word we have would be, let me see. Okay, let's add another blend. Gr. We have that A. We need a consonant in there, so I'm going to put a D. And I'm going to add that mighty E to make it grade. I think you're with me. Let's do another one. I'm going to put, so I already know I'm going to have A something E. So I'm going to put a F in front, put a K over here to make it fake. And let's do one more. I'm going to also write my A something E. I'm going to put the blend pl, put a S, and actually the K turns into a S when we have an E in the, it's just next to it. or an I. So this is a sound now to make it place. Nice. All right, so here's another one. And this one is, I'm going to give you a clue with this one, AY. It does say A. AY we see at the end of a word, okay? So that's going to always be my clue with that. I'm always going to have A at the end. So I'm just going to put A. All right, and I'm just going to put some sounds in front. So if I'm going to put sw, my word is sway. All right, I'm going to add pr to make it pray. So again, that AY always goes at the end of a word. Okay, here's another. Let's see. Let's do delay and D-E-K. Notice we have the C and the A there, so it stays as a K, so it's D-K. And the last one we're going to do, we're not going to do this one yet, all right? We might get to that one another time. But this one, I want to do the AI. Now the AI, it's always going to have something here and something here, all right? AI is always going to be in the middle of the word. You can't end it that way, and you can't start it that way. It's always going to be at the middle part. So I'm going to put something here. I'm going to do AI and something here. So I'm going to do, let's see, brr, put my little blend there, add a N to make it brain. And if you think you can pronounce the word without me, go on in. All right, another word. Oh, I'm going to have my AI. Again, I know it's going to be in the middle, so I'm going to add something at the end, something at the beginning. So I'm going to do, actually, let's see if it gets simple this time. I'm going to put a T in the front, a L at the end. What do you think that word is? Tail. You're right. Good job. And let's do for some fun. Oh, this will be a fun one. I'm going to put my A here, put a sound, and I'm going to add a lot more at the beginning this time. So I'm actually going to do merm and put a D at the end. What do you think that word is? For my girls out there, or even my boys who are into fantasy, the word is mermaid. You got it. And let's do one more. Let's do, put the AI again, put the sound here, put the sound here, and let's put a cl, and the word is claim. You got it. All right, so that is our little example of the different sounds, or no, actually not the sounds. The sound is A, the different spellings. So I'm going to show you guys again. We have A consonant and the E at the end, like in some of these examples. We have AY, which will be at the end of a word. And then we have AI, which would be in the middle of a word, all right? So this go around, you're just gonna actually pick, you're gonna have a set of sentences, and I want you to pick the word from, oh, and actually, you know what, there's a tricky one in here too. I realize all the words that I have up here, so this is gonna be in black and white for you guys, but all the words in those top boxes have the long A sound. And actually, you know what? I'm noticing that that one that I crossed out is in there, so we better add a few words. Oof. All right, I'm going to go ahead and not have that crossed out because we are going to use those. So we already know that E-I-G-H is going to make the A sound. You remember this number? Now we understand why it's like that. This is A, T, all right? Or, and then also this is usually in the middle of a word. So I'm going to put E-I-G-H. I'm going to put the N in front of it and add burr at the end. Ooh, tricky to do it that way. And the word is neighbor. All right, so that one actually is in there, so might as well put it back. Sorry about that. All right, so getting back to the work that you're going to do, you are going to pick the word that belongs in the sentence. So we can also just have an A. That one's usually going to be a short one, a short sound. That's usually the rule, but then there's some that don't follow the rule. Notice that we have play over here. It ends in AY. Here we have our A, the mighty E. here we have AI. Notice it's in the middle. This one, not really following our rule here, but that EY that doesn't usually make that sound, this will be kind of the one that doesn't quite follow the rules. Hey. So that's why I'm going to say it like that. Hey, that doesn't follow the rule, but that's going to go in one of the sentences. We also have male. Notice the AI in the middle. Rain, again, the AI in the middle. And here is our A, consonant E. Yes, it's not at the end, but because we added an S to make it plural. And then there's our EIGH in that word we did before, neighbor. All right, so you're going to have a whole bunch of sentences here, and you're going to figure out which one of the words fits correctly in the sentence. As always, I'm going to do the first one with you. You're going to do the rest on your own. Now, you should be able to pronounce the words because the trickiest part of those words is that long vowel sound. We just went over all the spellings of it. Excuse me. So you should be able to read the words by yourselves. All right. If you need some help with the sentence, you're definitely welcome to ask. Or if you need me to work with you during our Zoom office hour, come on in and we can do that assignment together. All right. But here we go. I'm going to do number one with you. So it says today. Oh, and don't forget your name on the top. Today I received a letter in the, where would I get a letter? So I'm going to look through all these words and see what would make sense. I get a letter in the mail. So I'm going to cross that word out and I'm going to copy it. M-A-I-L. And I have the A-I sound. So I definitely want to read all those words first and then go ahead and read. It says my favorite animals are, so obviously it might not be yours, but think you know an animal has to go here. It was muddy after the something. Watch out for the ball. And they even gave you a clue up here because they put it in capital. James likes to draw and, yep, we have our famous name in there, huh? Likes to draw and, so something related to drawing. Sam's pet bird blank a song in his cage. Blank a song. All right. The superhero wears a blue. What would a superhero wear? My blank is having a garage sale. My blank. Someone. It has to be some type of person, right? We rehearsed all day for the, some of you guys in Upstage might know that one. And here we go. Tina's birthday is in, I wonder if that's a month. All right, so there we go with that. Moving along. So on Friday, when we did Writer's Workshop, we went ahead and we added our speech bubbles. So today we're going to take those speech bubbles and we're going to put them into our sentences that we did down below. I have my blue. Hopefully it'll have enough lead. Maybe I might have to sharpen. I've got my little loud sharpener over here. So I'm going to come and get my story. Hopefully you still hold on to your story and also held on to those the extra papers behind because you might be using them today. Notice I'm using juice paper for mine. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I have here my speech bubbles, right? So I know they're sitting there, they were bored, and I am saying, what do you want to do today? And Hudson's saying, let me think about that. So I want to use these actual words from the speech bubbles and figure out where they would fit here. And instead of making a speech bubble here, I'm going to do something called a quotation mark. Remember how when people kind of go air quotes like that? Those are quotation marks. That means someone is speaking. That's a little clue in a sentence, in a story. And those of you guys reading longer books might notice that when people are talking together to the two characters. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and read this and let's see where that can maybe fit in. All right, I'm going to turn that around slowly. Once upon a time, there was a mom named Mrs. Payne who had a son named Hudson. They were bored and wanted something. Oh, something. Uh-oh, am I missing it? No. Well, something, and looks like that someone disappeared. So I'm going to go ahead and add it. This was page 2. Somehow they got kind of lost. Something to do. It's kind of silly that that page just disappeared. So now I'm going to look. Would this be a good spot for them to start talking? So I'm going to look at my speech bubbles from here, and I'm going to write the exact same words. But instead of a speech bubble, I'm going to do something called a quotation. So a quotation starts like this. kind of almost like two C's, but not quite the full thing. And I'm going to copy what it says. What do you want to do today? Question mark. And then I'm ending the quotation. So it's like backward C's. So you start your quotation with forward C's, end it with backward C's. All right. But I need to know who said that. So I'm going to look back, all right, at my speech bubbles, and oh, Mrs. Payne said that. So I need to remember to say that here. What do you want to do? And this is going to be a silly part. It looks like that's the end of a sentence, so this should be a capital letter, but it actually isn't, because this is a sentence in a sentence. What do you want to do today? Said, notice how it's lowercase, and then I'm going to write who it was, Mrs. Payne. And then I can actually reverse that if I want. I don't have to say what they said and then who said it. I can actually flip it and go the other way around. So Hudson said, let me think about that. Said, getting a little tongue-tied here. Let me think about that. So I'm going to say, Hudson said, so you notice how I'm beginning it this time. And then I do a comma. I'm doing my sentence in a sentence. Okay. Now, because it's a sentence in a sentence, I'm going to, again, start with a capital letter. And I'm just going to copy it directly from the speech bubble. Let me think about that. Let me think about that. And that's the end of my sentence. So here, all right? So sentence in a sentence. Oh, but wait a minute. I have to do my little quotes there. I started what he said, and I have to know when it ends, so I'm going to do the end quotation. All right, so this is something kind of new. Again, I got those ideas straight from here. I didn't have to reinvent what I was going to say. I took the words straight from the speech bubbles, and the speech bubbles turn into quotation marks. Can you guys say that word with me? Quotation marks. Again, and quotation marks mean someone is talking. We always have to know who that person is, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and move on to my next page and see if I could do the same thing. All right, so here I have suddenly, oh my goodness, I just realized I lost a lot of pages here. This is very silly. Okay, well, I'll have to add on again. All right, suddenly they found a candle. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I do that, let me go back to my picture. So here is a candle saying, I will grant you each a wish. And it looks like it's, oh, you know what? I never labeled that, did I? So I'm going to write Hudson. Because we need to know who's talking, right? Oh, no, that's not Hudson, is it? Because that guy's smaller, and that's, I better cross that out. That's why I probably should have labeled it on Friday. I'm going to do Mrs. Payne. Mrs. Payne, hello. And that means this is Hudson. So do make sure, if you didn't do that on Friday, that you add that today, because I didn't do it either. So let's go back to what we have here and let's figure out where the talking might go. Suddenly they found a candle. It turns out that the candle grants wishes. I think this would be a good spot for the candle talk. So I'm going to put a little caret. The caret says I'm going to add something up here. We've used that before in our writer's workshop. So he's going to say, I will grant you each a wish. So I'm going to grab it right from there. So what do you think I'm going to start with again? Remember that thing I used? Quotation marks. That's right. And I'm going to start it over here so I have space. So I know that this is where it should be. So when I do my publish, I know it's going to be there. So the candle grants wishes. I'll say, I will grant you each a wish. So I'm going to put my quotation mark. And then I'm going to copy what I said in there. I will grant you each, it's kind of sloppy, but a wish, period. And I'm going to end my quotation right there. All right. Hudson wished for a dancing monkey. Mrs. Payne wished she could live in castle. So she said, I wish I could live in a castle. Notice quotation mark here. So it could be C's, or just if you want to make them like that, that's fine. This is the end, so we have to have the end quotation. And let's go back and see where I can put Hudson's. Okay, that goes with this. Oh, I used the wrong paper. Oh my goodness. Would you believe it? Well, I am just a mess today, aren't I? Yikes. All right, well, you know which paper it's supposed to be. So anyway, I want to just give you guys an example. I apologize for the wrong papers. So you guys actually should have had this one. So you should have the one with the picture area right here, or a little square or a box, and then this one comes after. I do hope you numbered those after. If you didn't, you can go ahead and do that. So any place you have your speech bubbles in your boxes, you're going to look for a good spot in your story the way I did, and then just go ahead and put those quotation marks, okay? And again, if that's a little tricky for you, come back during Zoom and we can work together and come up with a plan, all right? All right, so I will see you during our Zoom read aloud, and perhaps again at 12 o'clock. All right, bye. See you later. And hopefully you're going to be wearing red or pink. But again, it's up to you. If you don't have anything, don't stress it. All right, peace.